Every moment you awaken is a brand new invitation to shape the life you desire. Think about it. In the quiet space between one heartbeat and the next, you hold the power to choose hope, confidence, and unconditional self-acceptance. These decisions, delicate and often imperceptible, can gradually bloom into daily rituals that set success into motion without strain or force. Welcome to a world where everything you need to prosper already exists within you. It simply waits for your kind attention. In the coming journey, you will discover gentle practices that help manifest prosperity in both visible and invisible ways. We'll explore the subtle art of self-affirmation, the power in creating sacred pauses during the day, and the joy of planning your tomorrows with heartfelt intention. But know this: each technique is only as powerful as the love and sincerity you pour into it. These aren't cold instructions. They are living invitations to honor your body, nourish your spirit, and champion your heart's greatest dreams. Instead of relying on willpower or harsh discipline, you'll learn that true success flourishes where kindness and consistency meet. Imagine weaving compassion through every activity, from how you greet yourself in the mirror each morning, to the way you reflect upon the day's challenges at night. Soon enough, self-criticism can begin to fade like a distant echo, replaced by the sweet resonance of your own gentle assurances. In this exploration, you may come across familiar advice, affirmations, mirror work, and visualization. Yet we'll unlock deeper layers, unveiling how each practice works in tandem to prepare the mind and spirit for limitless expansion. Through soothing daily rituals, success unfolds as naturally as a flower turning toward the sun. By the end of this experience, you will hold a simple yet profound blueprint, a series of small steps that effortlessly guide you to manifest your goals. From dawn to dusk and into the tender hours before rest, you'll see how each moment can be a chance to affirm life, banish doubt, and welcome miracles. Success, after all, need not be an uphill battle. When approached with self-love, it arises like the morning sun, steady, certain, and full of promise. If you're ready to embrace the gentle power within, prepare to explore the little habits that hold huge potential. We won't spoil it all just yet. There's so much more to uncover. So let's begin, one mindful breath at a time. The earliest minutes of the morning carry an extraordinary magic. Just as the sun renews the world with its light, you can renew your life each day by greeting yourself in a purposeful, loving way. Many believe that waking up before dawn is the key to achievement, but rigid schedules aren't the real secret. What truly matters is how you choose to feel and think during those first waking moments. Begin by taking a few gentle breaths, letting your mind settle into calm awareness. Feel the quiet hush of the early hours caressing your senses. In that peaceful moment, remind yourself, I am worthy, I am abundant, and I welcome success in all forms. These words, spoken softly, carry the power to direct your energy for the day. They aren't empty phrases. They're signals to your subconscious, indicating a shift from passive living to active creation. Before you even reach for your phone or get swept up in external demands, place a hand over your heart. Notice the steady rhythm that has accompanied you through the night. It's a gentle testament to life's continuity, a reminder that regardless of the challenges ahead, you are still here, capable of transforming your reality. Whisper a few thoughts of gratitude. Thank you for this new day. Thank you for the infinite possibilities waiting for me. By doing so, you plant seeds of hope and positivity that will root deeper as the day unfolds. If you have time, stretch your arms overhead or roll your shoulders to awaken your body. Picture tension dissolving and new energy flooding in. Some people choose to practice a slow flow yoga routine or a meditative walk at sunrise. If that feels too ambitious, even a single mindful stretch or a quick moment of stillness can serve as your morning anchor. While social media is full of viral 5 a.m. success stories, you can craft a gentler version that fits your unique life. The real essence is to greet the day with awareness and self-compassion. By focusing on the attitude rather than the hour, you sidestep the pressure of perfectionism. In this space, each step you take is purposeful. Each breath you draw is filled with potential. Remember, your first minutes set the stage for everything that follows. You're priming your mind to look for opportunities instead of obstacles. You're stirring gratitude instead of resentment. You're becoming a magnet for success, not by force, but by genuine alignment. A simple whisper of love and a slow, intentional breath can spark an internal tide that carries you toward goals you once thought were distant. Embrace this humble practice and let the morning light remind you that the power to succeed is already shining within. After greeting the day with an open heart, it's time to stand face to face with your own reflection. Mirror work may feel unusual at first. Looking yourself in the eye and speaking words of love or encouragement can trigger more discomfort than you expect. Why? Because for many of us, that reflective surface has become a place of silent judgment. Yet it can also transform into a powerful tool for self-discovery and acceptance. Try this simple practice. When you meet your gaze in the mirror, pause for a moment. Notice any fleeting thoughts or emotions that arise, resistance, uncertainty, or maybe a flash of self-criticism. Then gently shift your focus to compassion. Tell yourself, I see you. I value you. I honor the journey you've taken. It might feel awkward, even contrived, but that's part of the process. Real growth often begins at the edges of our comfort zone. To deepen the experience, place your hand on your chest. Feel the warmth and the rhythmic beat of life within. Now look back at your eyes and say, I love you just as you are, and I welcome every possibility for joy and success. The words matter, but the sincerity behind them matters more. Over time, you'll notice a shift from forced repetition to genuine communion with yourself. The mirror transforms into a daily portal that reveals not only your outer reflection, but also your untapped inner strength. Incorporate mirror work into your morning or evening routine. Some individuals prefer it as soon as they wake up to start the day with confidence. Others find it calming to do before bedtime, replacing anxious thoughts with loving affirmations that soothe the mind for restful sleep. There's no wrong time. Experiment until you find a rhythm that feels most natural. If resistance comes up, if a voice inside scoffs at the compliments, understand that those feelings are merely old tapes replaying. They stem from past criticisms or insecurities, not from any universal truth about you. As you persist, the negative echoes gradually fade, replaced by the gentle hum of self-acceptance. This is how mirror work becomes a mirror within, reflecting your evolving inner landscape. Try adding variety to keep it fresh. On some days, focus on praising specific aspects of yourself, your resilience, your generosity, or your creativity. On others, simply smile at your reflection, letting your eyes convey what words cannot. When the day is tough, remind yourself in the mirror that setbacks are temporary and your worth remains constant. This seemingly simple ritual can become a wellspring of emotional fortitude, fueling every other aspect of your life. By facing yourself with compassion each day, you dissolve layers of self-judgment and make room for unconditional love. And when you learn to love yourself unconditionally, the world around you begins to mirror that love back. There's a quiet magic in putting pen to paper. When you write down your intentions, fears, or triumphs, you bridge the gap between the intangible realm of thoughts and the tangible world of action. Journaling transforms vague ideas into structured beliefs, each word inviting clarity to the forefront of your mind. Consider this. Every entry is a snapshot of your inner landscape, and that awareness alone can fuel transformative change. Begin with something simple. Today, I choose to celebrate. Then list out a few things, big or small, that inspire your gratitude. It could be your supportive friends, your health, or the taste of your morning coffee. Gratitude journaling is popular for a reason. It helps you notice life's overlooked blessings, flipping the mental script from scarcity to abundance. But don't stop at gratitude alone. Dive deeper by acknowledging any worries or limiting beliefs that surface. Write them out plainly, as if you were conversing with a wise and patient friend. Next, counter each worry with a fresh perspective. For instance, if you scribble, "I'm afraid of failing at my new job," follow it with, "Every challenge helps me learn, and my capacity to succeed grows daily." This isn't about denying reality. It's about choosing a lens that empowers rather than paralyzes. Each affirmation you pen is a seed of possibility planted in your subconscious. People sometimes wonder, do I have to journal every day? The beauty lies in consistency, yet there's no need for rigidity. Some days you might write pages, others, a few lines will suffice. The goal is to create a safe space where your thoughts can stretch, your emotions can flow, and your aspirations can find their voice. Over time, patterns emerge, moments of self-doubt, bursts of inspiration, cycles of growth. Tracking these helps you understand where you've been and how far you've come. If you need structure, consider guided prompts, something like, "Describe a personal victory you had today," or "Which limiting thought can you release right now?" Or perhaps you prefer unfiltered free writing, letting your mind roam across the page. Either way, the act of writing has a grounding effect. It sorts tangled emotions into coherent form, making them easier to address. Finally, view your journal as a reservoir of empowerment. Whenever you feel uncertain or discouraged, revisit old entries. Witness how you've conquered obstacles before. Notice how your perspective has matured. Let your own words remind you of the strength that resides within. Journaling isn't merely about documenting your life. It's about authoring your future. Each pen stroke affirms that you possess the wisdom, creativity, and self-compassion to shape a life of effortless success. Mornings can be a wellspring of motivation, but as the day presses on, it's easy to lose the thread of positivity. Work demands, personal responsibilities, and unforeseen stressors pull you away from that serene morning mindset. That's why a simple midday check-in can become a lifesaver for your well-being and manifestation goals. Think of it as a brief oasis in the desert of daily busyness. a pause that revitalizes your sense of purpose and abundance. Carve out just a few minutes, ideally during a lunch break or when you notice tension building. Find a quiet corner or close your office door if possible. Gently close your eyes and take several slow, cleansing breaths. Picture each inhale as fresh energy filling you with light, and each exhale as tension drifting away. Even if you can't physically remove yourself from your environment, a mental retreat can work wonders. After settling into stillness, affirm your intention. I realign with my inner wisdom. I release stress and welcome clarity. Let these words resonate in your mind, gently guiding you back to a calmer state. If you have an affirmation you used in the morning, revisit it now. Repetition throughout the day helps rewire thought patterns, making abundance and success feel more natural and less forced. If time permits, incorporate a brief visualization. For instance, picture yourself standing in a bright space, arms open wide, receiving blessings tailored just for you. This needn't be lengthy. Even a 30-second mental movie can recalibrate your mood. Some individuals use images of a glowing sun shining over them, representing opportunities coming their way. Others prefer envisioning a tranquil beach or a lush forest, anchoring themselves in nature's calm. Community support can also magnify this practice. If you have a friend or colleague who shares similar goals, consider a quick positivity check together. Exchange uplifting words or brief affirmations. This collective energy can reinforce the mindset shift, proving that you're not alone in striving for inner harmony amidst life's demands. Technology can be an ally here too. A simple phone reminder at midday that says, "Pause and breathe," can nudge you into a mindful break. Or listen to a short guided meditation on your headphones to momentarily transport you away from stress. The key is to recognize the midday slump as an opportunity rather than a roadblock. By integrating a short yet conscious respite, you sustain the momentum gained in the morning. You remind yourself that life's hustle need not scatter your spirit. Each pause is an act of self-respect, a signal that your inner peace and forward progress are worth safeguarding. Over time, these midday check-ins become routine, weaving a supportive rhythm throughout the tapestry of your day. They ensure you remain the empowered creator of your life story, no matter how busy the world around you gets. Close your eyes for a moment and envision the successful, joyous life you desire. Can you feel it? Maybe a subtle flutter of excitement in your chest or a warm glow in your heart. Visualization is like painting a masterpiece on the canvas of your mind. Each brushstroke of intention becomes a harbinger of real-life experiences. By regularly immersing yourself in these positive mental images, you fine-tune your subconscious to align with your stated goals. One of the simplest ways to practice visualization is to dedicate a few moments after your midday break, or whenever you need a surge of motivation, to sit or stand in stillness. Breathe deeply and bring forth a vivid mental scene. If you're visualizing career success, picture a workspace infused with harmony, where projects flow effortlessly and colleagues celebrate each other's wins. If you're seeking financial abundance, imagine receiving a check or noticing your bank balance rise in a way that feels both exhilarating and natural. The trick is to engage as many senses as you can. Hear the encouraging words from clients or friends. Feel the excitement coursing through your veins. Notice the pleasant scents around you. The more details you incorporate, the stronger the signal you send to your subconscious mind. This isn't wishful thinking. It's training your mental circuitry to expect and accept the goodness you deserve. Now, doubt often rears its head here, whispering, "You're just daydreaming." Gently acknowledge that voice and let it float away, like a leaf on a stream. Remember, the mind doesn't fully distinguish between a deeply imagined event and an external one. It responds to the emotional energy you invest. So if skepticism arises, anchor yourself in the excitement of possibility. Allow your heart to dance with the notion of what could be, rather than fixating on what might go wrong. To strengthen this practice, consider coupling visualization with an affirmation. For instance, if your aim is to advance in your career, repeat silently, "I effortlessly attract new opportunities that enrich my life." Let the words blend into the imagery, forming a harmonious mental chant. Even a brief session, just 2 to 3 minutes, can uplift your attitude and prime your mind for constructive action. Over time, you might notice synchronicities or small shifts that hint at your evolving reality. A chance conversation leads to a job offer. A random idea blossoms into a creative solution. These aren't coincidences. They're the natural fruit of harnessing your thoughts. Visualization isn't about forcing outcomes, but about resonating with them at an energetic level. By doing so, you step into a state of effortless flow, where the universe seems to conspire in your favor, guiding you towards the experiences you most sincerely envision. As dusk settles and the day's chapters close, it's tempting to collapse into bed, carrying unresolved tension into your dreams. Yet these twilight hours hold a gentle power for release and renewal. Evening reflection becomes a daily ritual that allows you to clear emotional debris, leaving your heart light and your mind open to restful sleep. Set aside a calm, quiet space. Maybe dim the lights or light a candle to create a soothing ambiance. Start by breathing slowly, each inhale symbolizing a cleansing wave, each exhale letting go of worries. As you sink deeper into relaxation, acknowledge any lingering hurts or frustrations from the day. Perhaps a friend's comment stung more than you realized, or a setback at work triggered self-doubt. Shine a compassionate light on these emotions, treating them not as permanent fixtures, but as visitors passing through. Invite the practice of forgiveness, both for yourself and others. Whisper softly, "I forgive any missteps I made today. I also forgive the actions of those who may have harmed me, knowingly or unknowingly." Forgiveness doesn't condone wrongdoing. It frees you from the heavy burden of resentment. Imagine resentment as a chain that binds you to unpleasant memories. By forgiving, you break that chain, reclaiming your emotional freedom. If journaling helps, jot down the events of the day, the highs, the lows, and the lessons. This can act as a mental cleansing, preventing unresolved thoughts from echoing in your mind at night. End each reflection with a note of gratitude, however small. Recognizing the day's positive aspects, even if they seem minor, fosters a sense of closure and peace. Next, consider a soothing ritual to wind down physically. You might indulge in a warm bath infused with calming scents like lavender or chamomile, or try simple neck and shoulder stretches to ease built-up tension. When you honor your body's need for relaxation, you amplify your mind's readiness for letting go. Remember, your body and mind dance in unison. Caring for one nourishes the other. Conclude the evening reflection with an affirmation that resonates with tranquility, such as, I release this day with peace in my heart. I welcome restful sleep that renews my soul. Let those words drift through your mind, carrying away any anxious thoughts. In doing so, you create a nurturing space for your spirit to rejuvenate overnight. As you lay your head down, notice how much lighter you feel. Like clearing clutter from a room, you've freed your inner space for fresh energy to flow in. This nightly act of self-care sets the stage for deeper rest and prepares your subconscious to greet the coming day with renewed optimism. Over time, evening reflection becomes a cherished friend, a faithful companion that gently dissolves the day's emotional tangles, ensuring your tomorrow dawns bright and unburdened. Picture waking up to a day you've already designed with your positive words and envisioning. That's the art of scripting tomorrow's success. Each night, before you surrender to sleep, you have an opportunity to lay out a roadmap for what you'd like to experience in the hours ahead. Think of it as writing a mini story in which you're both the narrator and the leading character. Begin by opening your journal to a fresh page or a blank digital note. Write a concise statement. I am grateful for how beautifully tomorrow unfolds. Then delve into descriptive detail. If you have a big meeting, jot down how confidently you'll speak, how attentively others will listen, and how solutions will surface with ease. If there's a personal goal, like improving your health, describe feeling energized, making balanced food choices, and finding joy in movement. By portraying these scenes as if they are already happening, you guide your mind to seek them out in reality. The language you use matters. Write in the present tense, as though the next day's successes are already locked in place. For instance, I wake up feeling refreshed and excited for the tasks ahead. My interactions throughout the day are filled with kindness and mutual respect. This narrative style helps your subconscious adopt these outcomes as not only possible, but likely. Avoid words that inject doubt, such as maybe or hopefully, as they dilute the clarity of your intention. Some might dismiss this as mere fantasizing, but remember, your subconscious is highly receptive before sleep. By feeding it an empowering script, you set up neural pathways to recognize opportunities and to respond with optimism when challenges arise. So when tomorrow comes, your mind is already primed to turn that written story into a living reality. If skepticism creeps in, remind yourself that you're simply choosing a perspective, one of positivity, trust, and proactivity. You're not negating life's unpredictability. Rather, you're training yourself to approach each twist and turn with resourcefulness. This shift in mindset can drastically change how you perceive and handle the events of the following day. Scripting doesn't have to be lengthy. Even a few intentional sentences can infuse your subconscious with hope and direction. On particularly challenging days, add an extra line about resilience. No matter what happens, I remain calm, strong, and solution-focused. It's like planting a mental seed that says, I am prepared and open to good outcomes. Over time, you'll notice you aren't just waiting for luck to strike. You're actively co-creating circumstances that support your aspirations. By habitually scripting your next steps with positivity and clarity, you foster a cycle of self-fulfilling prophecies grounded in love and determination. And that might be the most effortless way to manifest success. simply letting your inner author guide the unfolding story of tomorrow. You've ventured through a day's worth of loving, mindful practices, each one a stepping stone leading toward effortless success. It all starts with a morning greeting that honors your worth, followed by the sacred act of looking into your own eyes and speaking kind truths. Then comes the transformative power of journaling, where you transmute stray thoughts into purposeful intentions. A midday check-in grounds you when life's rush threatens to pull you off course, while visualization keeps your imagination aflame with possibilities. Your evenings become a sanctuary of release, where you let go of the day's burdens and anchor yourself in forgiveness and gratitude. And just before sleep cradles you, you gently script the blueprint for the next day, ensuring your subconscious is set to favor opportunity over obstacle. These rituals may appear humble at first glance, yet they wield a profound influence over your mindset, your emotional health, and ultimately, the tangible results you manifest. The key ingredient woven into each practice is self-love, an unwavering acknowledgement of your inherent worth and the remarkable potential you hold. When you nurture that love, self-criticism loses its grip and doubt finds no fertile ground. You begin to see that success isn't an elusive prize at the end of a harsh race. It's the natural consequence of aligning your daily choices with your deepest aspirations. Now, as you stand on the brink of integrating these rituals into your own life, let your final affirmation be an enduring promise to yourself. I choose self-love at every turn. I manifest success by honoring my inner voice, one gentle step at a time. These words encapsulate all you've learned: the power of kindness, the importance of consistency, and the magnetic force of a mind attuned to possibility. Remember, transformation unfolds one breath, one journal entry, and one thoughtful pause at a time. Your journey is unique, and the only true measure of success is how lovingly you treat yourself along the way. Allow your newfound daily habits to become a soft melody that plays in the background of your life, continuously reminding you of the power you hold to shape your destiny. In the end, effortless success isn't about bypassing challenges. It's about navigating them with grace and an unshakable belief in your worthiness. Let these rituals be your steadfast companions, guiding you toward a life where success feels as natural as breathing and as warm as the rising sun. Take these words into your heart, and may your future shine brightly with every step you take, every affirmation you speak, and every loving thought you cultivate.